Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about a very important topic from the Common Core English Language Arts, the types of sentences.
So let's begin by taking a quick look at what we're going to learn in today's lesson. In this video, we'll be covering the following topics in detail. First, we'll understand what an independent clause is. Then, we'll learn what a dependent clause is. After that, we'll explore the four main types of sentences: simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and finally, compound complex sentence. If you understand these topics well, your foundation in English will become much stronger. So without further delay, let's get started with the lesson.
Independent clause. What is it? An independent clause is a part of a sentence that expresses a complete thought and can stand alone as a full sentence. It contains a subject and a verb. Examples: the sun shines brightly. Here, the sun is the subject and shines is the verb. She sings. Here, she is the subject and sings is the verb. The student studied hard for the test. Here, the student is the subject and studied is the verb. All of these sentences express complete thoughts on their own, so they are independent clauses. Now let's talk about the opposite of independent, the dependent clause. As the name suggests, dependent means it relies on something else and is not complete on its own. Yes, it still has a subject and a verb, but it cannot express a complete thought by itself. It will feel incomplete, like something is missing. You'll notice that dependent clauses usually begin with words like because, although, when, who, which, or that. Examples: because it was raining. Sounds incomplete, right? Feels like something more should follow. Who won the game? While she was reading. See, these parts make you wonder, okay, what happened next? That's the key feature of a dependent clause. It can't stand alone. Clear enough? Let me know in the comments if you understood. All right, now let's move on to the main types of sentences. First up is the simple sentence, and it's really easy. A simple sentence means it has only one independent clause. That means it has just one subject and one verb, and it gives a complete idea. Examples: the dog barked loudly. One subject, one action. Simple, right? Maria loves to read books. The train arrived on time. See? Super easy. Just one main idea. That's what makes it a simple sentence.
Secondly, we have the compound sentence. This type of sentence is formed when we join two or more independent clauses together. How do we connect them? Usually by using coordinating conjunctions. There's a fun shortcut to remember them: FANBOYS. Each letter stands for one coordinating conjunction. F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, S for so. These words help you join two independent sentences together. You can also use a semicolon, that is, a semicolon, to connect them. Examples: the sun set and the stars appeared. See, the sun set is a complete sentence and the stars appeared is another. They are joined using and. She wanted to go to the party, but she was too tired. She wanted to go to the party is one independent clause and she was too tired is another, joined by but. He studied hard. He passed the exam. Here, two independent clauses are joined using a semicolon. I think now compound sentences are clear to you all.
Thirdly, we have the complex sentence. Yes, the name says complex, but it's really not that complicated.
A complex sentence is a combination of one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. That means one part can stand on its own, and the other part depends on it to make sense. The dependent clause often begins with words like because, although, when, if, while, who, which, and so on. Remember what a dependent clause is? We already explained it at the beginning of the video. Examples. Because it was raining, we decided to stay inside. Here, we decided to stay inside is the independent clause, and because it was raining is the dependent clause. The independent part is complete on its own, but the dependent part isn't. I will call you when I get home. In this case, I will call you is independent, and when I get home is dependent. It starts with the word when. The student who aced the test received a scholarship. In this case, the student received a scholarship is the independent clause, and who aced the test is the dependent clause. It adds extra information about the student. Using complex sentences makes your writing more mature and deep because you're able to connect different ideas in one sentence. Got it?
And finally, the biggest and the most fun one, compound complex sentence. Just from the name, you can guess it's both compound and complex. So what does that mean? It means the sentence includes two or more independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. It's like combining everything we've learned into one powerful sentence. Examples. Although she was tired, she continued to work and she finished the project. In this sentence, although she was tired is the dependent clause. She continued to work and she finished the project are two independent clauses joined with and. Altogether, it forms one long, complete sentence. When the bell rang, the students stood up and they left the classroom. In this sentence, when the bell rang is the dependent clause. The students stood up and they left the classroom are two independent clauses joined with and. Using sentences like these adds variety to your writing and helps you express more complex ideas in a clear and beautiful way. Let me know in the comments, are you getting everything so far?
So, today we learned not only the 4 main types of sentences under Common Core ELA, but also the difference between independent and dependent clauses. I hope you all understood everything clearly. Now, by applying these rules, your English writing will become stronger and more polished. If you found the video helpful, give it a like. Share it with your friends. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more educational videos like this. See you in the next class. Bye!